Hey, 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 happy day 584 of What's She Up To Now. Doing one thing every day. Actually, I hop on every day and just document the journey that I'm going on as I'm transitioning from brick and mortar, corporate America, regular real businesses to the online world of business. And the difference that is, the differences, but the similarities, because business is business, believe it or not. We human beings just make it super complicated. So today I want to talk a little bit about, and I hope you want to join in the conversation, like it or lump it. When I was a little girl, the expression like it or lump it was heard in my household sometimes because we were expected to help out with chores around the house. You know, everybody pitched in. When you're in a family, everybody, for the most part, at least in our family, pitched in and helped with different things, different chores, taking care of the animals and the pets, helping with meal prep, cleaning up. We really didn't do much laundry. I guess my mom didn't trust us with the laundry, but we had to help with other things around the house. The older we got, the more we had to help with. And then when we were old enough to reach the pedals on the lawnmower, the brakes and the gears and things, then each one of us had to take a portion of the yard to mow, because we had a big yard growing up, so we had to all take turns mowing it. And then as we got a little older, my dad finally got a guy that would help mow the lawn, because it got to be like a full-time summer thing where we really didn't get much else done, and we wanted to have jobs and things to earn money for college. So we didn't have to mow so much as we got older, actually, which was kind of awesome. But like it or lump it, that means, you know, what does it mean? It means we get to choose how we're going to respond to the things that happen in our lives. We get to choose how to respond to absolutely everything. We can either find ways to appreciate and like and look for the good, the silver lining in things, or we can feel miserable and put upon and like a victim and sorry for ourselves with the things that happen around us. Think of all the things outside of us that we actually have no control over. Let's start with the weather. Do you, or anyone you know, have control over the weather? I don't know anybody does. And I know that there are people that if it's a rainy day, like today's a cloudy day, who cares? I'll find something else to do. I won't necessarily do what I had originally planned, but I'll find something to do that makes me happy. Other people would just complain and bitch and moan about how their plans were ruined today because it rained out. Now, chances are they could have looked at the weather report, because with technology nowadays, we can pretty much know what the weather's going to be like before it actually happens. But some people don't do that. It's more fun to just complain and commiserate. You know, do you have people in your life like that? Or do you know people? I'm sure pretty much all of us know somebody that's just kind of like a stormy rain cloud all the time. They're, no matter what happens, they look at the dark side of it, the bad side of it. And then there's other people that can have terrible things happen to them, and they're always looking at the bright side. They're always looking at the positive. They're always looking at what's in it for them, what's the lesson for them in every crazy situation that comes up. And each of us has the ability to do that. How we react to things is 100% within our control. A lot of us don't act like it is. We pretend that it's not, and we blame other things, and we make excuses for being upset about things or frustrated or challenged. But guess what? All of us are experiencing a plethora of things at any given moment, and it's up to us to personally decide how we're going to respond. Now, I know that we respond differently different times to the similar stimulus. I mean, sometimes things will happen and they won't bother me at all, and other times they'll happen and they'll totally tip me over and ruin a situation, or I'll have a bad reaction to something that it normally wouldn't upset me at all. If I'm hungry, if I'm tired, if I'm in pain, those things all affect me and will change how I respond to different situations, different stimuli, different things. If I'm feeling particularly creaky on a given day and I wanted to go for a walk and it's cruddy outside and I really know that I need to keep moving so that I'll feel better, sometimes I react a little bit more negatively to things like the weather than I normally would. Normally, I don't care what the weather's doing. My kids are big outdoor activity people, and so they've always been weather watchers, and I never watch the weather. I open the front door, and I'm like, well, how cold is it out? Do I need a coat? Do I need a sweater? And then I just go do my thing. But for the most part, you know, the weather is what it is, and I'm not going to let it determine whether I like it or whether I have to be salty or sullen or grim about things that I have no control over. I mean, think about things like death. So many people are afraid of dying because they don't have any control over it. But guess what? None of us do. None of us have any control over dying, when we're going to die, what's going to happen. We only have some control by the choices we make. But the truth is, you know, any one of us at any time could, you know, I always say, be hit by a bus or struck by lightning. As unlikely as that sounds, we never know. There's no guarantee, especially when it comes to time. So, you know, we can like it or lump it. We can feel bad and be scared and commiserate and worry and doubt and be fearful about dying, but it's just going to come. It's inevitable. It's not only going to happen to us, it's going to happen to everyone we love and care about, everyone on the planet, every animal or pet that we have. It's inevitable. So, yeah, kind of like taxes. You can feel bad about it, or you can just say, it's my thing. I'm going to have to do it. So why feel bad about it? I'm going to have to, take care of myself. I'm going to have to eat every day. I'm going to have to drink water every day. I'm going to have to do something every day. Or, you know, and we just have to survive. You know, we have to take care of ourselves. We have to do the things we have to do, and we can feel bad about it, or we can just say, hey, I'm going to create a system or a habit or a ritual so that I can do this automatically, and I don't even have to think about it. Then I don't have to ever feel bad about it. So, like it or lump it, working on the One Funnel Away Challenge. Today is day 14, but really it's week 1, day 7. And I believe it's going to be a review day. I haven't done it yet, but I think if I recall, the weekends are generally review days until like week 3. I've been through it a couple times, but it's been a while. So I'm going through it again. And I had my offer and everything all set up last week. And this weekend I've been thinking about it, and I think I might change my mind and do something different. That's pretty typical of me. I change my mind a lot. Like it or lump it, my mind is crazy, chaotic, and it changes often. So working on that. Also ramping up for another challenge and another Women's Summit. Want to beef up and do the Women's Summit. I love doing it. It's so much fun. I want to go ahead and do another iteration of that. I think it's going to be about customers again, customer relations, everything to do with customers, because I think that one was a big hit. And I think it's, when we boil it down, I'm going to ask people and see if they want to do a different topic. But it's either going to be supersizing your business, growing your business, and business systems. But I think I'm going to go back to customers and do customers again, because so many people, that's the number one question or concern when it comes to running and starting and running and growing a business, is something to do with customers, either getting more customers, getting them to spend more money, getting them to come more often, getting them to be loyal, understanding their experience and enhancing their experience. But something, almost all of the questions, I think it was 69% when I did a survey earlier this year, 69% of all the people that I surveyed had a customer related concern or question as their topic of choice with respect to growing and starting and building their business. So probably Women's Summit, customers again. What are you working on? Are you working on anything I can help you with, or you have a question about? I say ask me anything. And if I don't know the answer, I know somebody that does know the answer and can hook you up with them. So just put it in the comments below. Well, let's go out making an absolutely amazing day. Like it or lumping. Like it or lump it. Things are going to happen, and you get to decide how you're going to respond to them. I say be open-minded, respond with flexibility and grace and kindness and love and light, and you will be fine. It's the things that we get upset about, we're getting upset about them for a reason. And if we just ask ourselves, okay, I see what's going on here. If we step back, sometimes we just need to step back and look at the situation and say, am I getting more emotional or more upset or more tipped over by this event than I should be? If I'm getting mad in traffic, if I'm getting mad at the weather, if I'm getting mad at something outside of me, there's something else going on. There's something going on inside me or in my life that I need to pay attention to. And so if I remember that, then I don't spend so much time being upset these days. Much better, much freer, much more fun feeling. Well, make it an awesome day. I will, of course, be with you tomorrow. Bye. Like it or lump it, I'm going to be here. Bye.